So as you inhale, swoop your arms up and overhead, palms touch. As you exhale, folding all the way down towards the floor, arms out wide towards the floor. Now, often people can't quite get their hands towards the floor, so it can be really beneficial to take a deeper bend into the knees so that you can find space to take your palms flat towards the floor, or else you can lift up your knees, draw your hands and just hold on to your ankles or your shins as you gaze forward. As we come into the lengthened back in our sun salutation, you go inhale, drawing your hands up towards shins, or you can go to thighs, but the key here is to have straightened legs and an elongated spine. And then as you exhale, soften into the knees, fold, planting your hands in towards the floor here. Now, traditionally in a sun salutation, you step back through to plank, one foot and then the other, but that's not available to everybody. So if that applies to you, then coming back through, you plant your hands down into the floor, step one foot back halfway and lower your knees down towards the floor, then the other one as you come into a tabletop position before stepping one foot back and then the other foot back into your full push-up plank position. So full push-up plank can be tricky for some people. If that applies for you, then lowering your knees down towards the floor as you work into a half plank position and then slowly bending into the elbows as you lower your body down towards the floor, shuffling and sliding through towards your baby cobra position. It's a much more supported place to take your plank pose. As you inhale, crown extends forward, glutes lightly contract, hips press down as you float your hands up off the floor. So your baby cobra variation instead of doing your upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, soften back down towards the floor, tucking your back toes, hands firmly into the floor, elbows in as you push back into an all fours position, pausing here and then tucking your toes, lifting your hips and coming back into your downward facing dog. So one of the most challenging parts of a sun salutation is the transition from downward facing dog towards the front of your mat. So we're picking up our foot, rocking our body weight forward and stepping through. And that simply isn't available to everybody in their practice. So if that applies to you, then what you do is you rock your body weight forward, slowly lower down into an all fours position, step your one foot forward first, tuck your back toes of your back foot under, and then step it through to meet your right. And then you can inhale, come back to your lengthened spine, up to shins, up to thighs. Exhale, soften and fold, head relaxes. And then as you inhale, float your arms all the way up and overhead, palms to touch. And then exhale, drawing all the way down to heart center and back to mountain pose.